Hey, welcome. So, you want to take your English from just okay to actually great, right? Well, you are in exactly the right place. For the next few minutes, we're going to do a super fast coaching session to make your English sound way more powerful, precise, and just natural. No boring theory, I promise, just results. You ready to level up? Let's do this.
Does this sound like you? You know you've got great ideas, but when you go to speak, you keep hearing yourself use the same simple words, again and again. Very good, very nice, make a plan, do work. Look, they're okay, but they are not going to make you stand out.
So, we are going to fix that right now. We're going to swap out those basic phrases for vocabulary that's going to get you noticed in your exams, in your writing, and definitely in your conversations. Let's get straight to it. Okay, first up, level 1. We're going to supercharge the verbs you already use all the time. The secret? It's all about using them in these powerful little combinations called collocations. Seriously, they are the key to sounding fluent. Let's kick things off with take. So, instead of saying, I decided to do something risky, just say, I'm going to take a chance. Don't just do something, take action. This is how native speakers actually talk. Go on, try saying them with me. Take a chance. Take action. Take advantage of. All right, next, pay. You don't just give attention, right? You pay attention. And you don't just say a nice thing, you pay someone a compliment. These are fixed phrases that make you sound so much more advanced instantly. Pay attention, pay a compliment. See what I mean?
And what about have? It's not just for things you own. You have a chat, you don't just talk. You have difficulty with something, you don't just find it hard. These are absolutely essential for just everyday natural conversation. Have a chat, have difficulty.
And finally, for this level, let's look at do. This one is so useful. If you want to help someone, you can say, you do them a good turn. And you have to be careful, because sometimes a bad plan can do more harm than good. It's so much more descriptive than just saying, oh, that's a bad idea.
Awesome. You're getting the hang of these combinations. Let's crank it up to level 2, precision. You know, choosing the exact right word is what really separates a good speaker from a great one. It's all about showing you get those tiny but really important differences in meaning.
Okay, let's look at start versus begin. Here's the main thing to remember. Start is really common for machines and engines. You start a car. Begin, on the other hand, sounds a bit more formal, a bit more abstract. Think about big, grand ideas. Before the universe began. You'd never say, before the universe started, right? Now here is a super simple but really powerful rule. People get injured, things get damaged. You can't damage a person, and you can't injure a building. So you'd say, 3 injured people were taken to the hospital, and the building was damaged in the fire. Getting this right is one of those little details that makes a huge impact. This next one really shows why nuance is so important. Both elderly and old are about age, but elderly just shows a lot more respect. You'd say, I helped an elderly person cross the street. Calling them an old person can sound a little blunt, maybe even rude. It's a tiny change, but it makes a world of difference in your tone.
All right, on to level 3. Now, this section is absolutely essential to exams like the IELTS, where you're always being asked to evaluate topics. We're going to build up your vocabulary for talking about success and failure and move way beyond just it was good or it was bad.
So let's talk success. Instead of just saying it was a great success, how about it was a brilliant success? Or even better, a remarkable achievement. And if you want to talk about the best thing someone has ever done, that's their crowning achievement. See how much more power these phrases have? And now for the flip side. If a project was a complete and utter disaster, you can say it failed miserably. If a huge, expensive movie sells like 10 tickets, that's a spectacular failure. And that feeling when you were really hoping for something and it just didn't happen, your hopes were dashed. So much more descriptive, isn't it? Okay, it is time for the final level. We are aiming for Band 9 IELTS vocabulary here, and we're going to focus on that super common topic, work and careers. Using these phrases correctly is going to signal to any examiner that you are a seriously advanced user of English.
Just look at how beautifully these words fit together in a sentence. Job prospects, that's all about your future opportunities. Career progression, that's your ability to climb the ladder, to get promoted. And job satisfaction is that feeling of happiness you get from your work, not just the money. This is exactly the kind of language that impresses.
And here are a few more high-level terms for your toolkit.
generous benefits. We're talking about the extras, like health insurance. A stimulating working environment is a place that really challenges you and makes you think. And pay increments are those regular salary increases. Using these just shows you can talk about the topic with real depth.
Wow. We have covered a ton of ground in just a few minutes. We went all the way from common verbs to some really high-level thematic vocabulary. But learning this stuff is one thing. Actually using it is what counts. So, here is your challenge.
I want you to pick just one. That's it, just one new phrase from our session today. It could be take action, or a remarkable achievement, or career progression. Your mission is to use it just once today. Put it in a comment, say it to a friend, type it in an email. You have to make it active.
So what's it going to be? Don't just think about it. The absolute best way to make new language stick is to use it straight away. Let me know down in the comments which phrase you're going to use today. Go on, what are you waiting for? Level up your English!